It's your boy Young and Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say.
KBL, you a menace.
Yeah. It's a lot of little boys out here talking that talk, but ain't spinning and walking that walk. 5 bills to get you whacked, 50 shots up in the Smac, face shots to make the news, we just step when they relax, group chats to get you tapped, forehead up in my lap, when they pump we run it back, tell my youngin' cut no slack, 5 bills to get you whacked. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's your boy Young Ant Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead and like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'ma bring you mail. What's the good old big deal with the good old people, man? It's Hot Topics with your boy Young Ant Hefe, and I'm here to deliver you another one like the other one. The recipient of Hot Topics is my boy from back off Fig, Smac. So, I've been seeing this. You know what I'm saying? I've been seeing this for the past few days, but you know, I've been placing the content out there that I have wanted to place out there or had beforehand before this showed up on my doorstep. So, being that, you know, Smac is the homie, you know what I'm saying? We have a relationship, grew up with each other. You know what I'm saying, as teenagers in that juvenile hall system, got out of jail, you know what I'm saying, was messing with each other and, you know, things like that. You know, that's the homie. That's bro. So, we all know that the Hoovers just got indicted along with P4k out the Blackstones. And this is a trafficking case. This is a RICO case. I want to say they said like out of 24 people, it's like 8 minors on the case ranging from ages 14 to 17. I covered this the other day. Y'all can go check that segment out. P4k and the Hoovers, you know what I'm saying, get indicted on sex trafficking. So, I've noticed in the social media space, definitely if you somebody of the streets, you somebody that gang bang, you somebody that still represent that community, you're going to be under close scrutiny and what you putting out there, what you saying, what kind of content you up against, and all type of stuff. You're going to have people coming out the woodwork saying all type of stuff. Oh, he telling. Oh, he don't supposed to be up there doing this. Everybody got a badge of honor when they not the one doing the bidding. And everybody has an opinion on how it's supposed to go when they're not the one doing the bidding. So, this indictment happens. And I guess 2 weeks before this indictment happens, Smac has sat down with Mayor Karen Bass, him in the Figueroa world, him, T-Rail, Pun, you know, a few others, just to name some people. They speak with Karen Bass. Amongst them speaking, I think my personal opinion that Smac was probably just asking a political question. And I'm going to go on record and say he don't care about what's going on Fig. If you got kids, if you got daughters, and you seeing this in your community, don't nobody want their kids to see it. You know what I'm saying? When you don't got kids, you got like kind of like slightly a different mindset. You know what I'm saying? Than seeing women out there, you know what I'm saying, up and down Fig and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So, however, you know, I think it was a political question, just based on me knowing Smac, just getting the question out there, seeing how she was going to answer it and stuff like that. But, you know, you got the haters, you got the trollers, and you got everybody else who's going to come out like, oh, that was a police move. You know what I'm saying? You don't think he was asking a police question? Then on top of that, after this interview was uploaded, about a week later, an indictment goes down in the Hoovers community based on Fig, sex trafficking, and all that type stuff. And the blame is being placed on Smac as if he told or cooperated with law enforcement. And this is crazy work, but we definitely about to get into this content, and y'all already know, man, it's the Hef weight and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
He's sitting down on the state case for 30 flocks and had a release date, and now the feds have put the squeeze on her, and they finna take everybody down to MDC. And just to give you all an idea of what Lady Duck got going on in this indictment, the feds got somebody on tap trying to sell Lady Duck a female for a rack. And if Lady Duck didn't want her, they said they was gonna sell her organs across the border. Lady Duck replied, what she look like? So that's the type of role they allege Lady Duck is playing in this indictment. But not only is Lady Duck on here, y'all know we got P4k out the Baby Stone Gorillas from BPS. Everything they was saying about dude, the feds are alleging that him and pretty much everybody else was involved in some nasty activity on Fed. Now with the RICO, you know they saying that the Hoovers are an enterprise, a full organization. That's RICO, you know they saying that the Hoovers are an enterprise, a full organization that's running a monopoly on the west side of South Central. And as the feds put it, they are operating from 4-tray to the one-way. But not only do they got the RICO charge, they got the sex trafficking of the minors by force, fraud, or coercion, transportation of a minor, sexual exploitation of a minor. They got drug trafficking, money laundering, and they got the firearm purchases stacked up against these dudes. But overall, it's 24 victims, with 8 of them being minors. And what I've seen is ranging from ages 14 to 17. Some crazy work that's being alleged in this indictment. But this whole situation started off in February 2021 and ended last week, August 7th, 2025, where they unsealed this indictment and turned the heat up on everybody. Now, February 9th, 2021, Lady Duck was caught with 9 racks, some fake pills that had that fentanyl in it, and a scale for distribution. This is the starting point where everything started to go left.
All right, so there y'all have it right there. So this is Rap Hustle News covering it. Y'all know that he definitely gonna get his info and drop what he knows. So if you guys not familiar with how the feds get down, now you seeing. So I'ma just say this. Anybody who was dealing with kids and they know that they was kids, I don't care what happened to you. You feel me? I'm saying you deserve everything that got coming to you. But now let me say this, being that somebody who have been indicted and been investigated by the feds. The feds is tricky and the feds play tricky games, you know what I'm saying? And the feds will do things like this. This operation is really a lot of independent operations that's being operated and happening. But because some of these people are from the same community and same hood and in the same line of work, this will start a conspiracy. And they will merge things together. So they say that they've been watching these people and listening to these people as early as 2021. And that's how they do it. They usually gonna say they had a 3-year or a 5-year investigation. They might be dealing with somebody who's telling, that's connecting them to something. And if it don't even take that much to even put a case together. Like if you got people out the same area doing the same thing, you know what I'm saying, whether they together or not, all they gonna do is just find the CIs and connect the dots. Hey, call in to him, ask him for this, see what they say. We gonna connect this way. And then here you go. You have a big indictment. You got P4k on it. He's not at the Hoovers, but being that he was allegedly a pimp, he's on this indictment. Now, what people gotta understand and don't know is that this been on the way. And I'm not gonna go off because the Fed said that they was investigating since 2021, as people keep on telling y'all they're going to hit a few more hoods too and try to put a few more indictments together. You got the Olympics coming. Every time something like this come to a city that's big and major, they always take who they say are the bad guys, the hoodlums and gangsters off the street. Now they saying that they doing it because of gentrification. At first, we trying to be tough on crime, and we see how it is when ain't no crime going on. Somehow, some way, a case still happens and makes it way to come up when ain't nothing happening, or they make something happen. So obviously, it looked like that they got a lot on Lady Duck, and they saying that Lady Duck is the reason why this started. Now, if people are into politics, which a lot of these people who are not into politics just be talking, Trump been had this on the way. They been tripping on Fig. They been kicking doors open on Fig. Mayor Karen Bass been pressing the line on Figueroa. Before Smac ever even met her or went up there, she was pushing the line on Figueroa, making it to where the hotels on Figueroa was closed to any H. Owen or any prostitute. But with that being said, we about to get into this clip of them saying that Smac is part of why this happened. And you already know it's the Hef weight and the Hef effect. We gonna commentate.
Olympics coming, right?
The World Cup in 11 months,
yes,
and then the Olympics.
And you know,
World
like,
Cup.
there's a lot of graffiti on the wall.
Oh,
yeah, that's
Lord.
like terrible, nasty.
Yeah,
What
but
we
you
doing
know what I
about
want to
that?
do? I want to change it to murals. I want to
Yeah.
take those young people that are obsessed behind their initials
Right,
and say, could you paint a picture?
right.
Paint a picture.
But you got talent.
Right.
Put a big mural up
Exactly.
there. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't know who you are. I mean, why your initials?
Yeah, why your initials? We don't want
You
to see.
obviously are artistic.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
We should give them a designated area where
Yes.
they can just go ahead.
No,
Hey, this is you guys.
Right.
I am
whatever.
Go ahead.
serious about that because
Yes.
back in the day we did that,
Uh-huh.
and then you got the people who were tagging and who were doing graffiti to do murals,
Mm-hmm.
and then those murals became off limits. People wouldn't
Right.
deface the murals, but now you got. I mean, how many times did they have to redo Kobe?
Right.
What is that about?
I mean, he is a legend.
Yeah, but why deface? It was a beautiful mural.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back to homelessness. Can you speak more into like the permanent housing
Yeah.
situation?
Sure. So my first objective is if you're on the street, we got to get you off the street so you don't.
It's a Figueroa, right?
Mm-hmm.
What is we gonna do about the prostitution out there and these kids walking Figueroa?
So-
Your kids gotta go to school and see this.
So let me just tell you, that's an issue that when we started in the 90s, we were dealing with as well. The difference is that there were women that were on the streets then. Now they're girls that are on the street.
Babies.
Almost across the board, the girls are from the foster care system. So foster girls are prime victims because they don't have the family support that would never allow them to be pulled that way, and especially foster girls that are in.
Okay, so that is the clip right there. So, as I said earlier and before, me knowing Smac, I think this is just an interview, and this was just a good political question for Smac to ask, to be engaged in the conversation and just be there. Ain't no need to be in the room and you just sitting there and you ain't got no question for him. You just and all this and that. So he asked a question. Now, to people who don't know Smac, they gonna have their opinion. You know what I'm saying? They gonna go with for what they know and however they came up with the conclusion. I'm not here to debunk that. I'm just here to give my opinion and me knowing Smac and me knowing what's going on with political change. So, as I said, you see Smac and them, first they talking about the graffiti and things like that. And Karen Bass was like, yeah, hey, for people that's writing graffiti and hitting up, why don't you just draw a mirror? T-Rail even hopped out there that we should just, find a spot in the city that's dedicated to them, to go strike up and do their thing. But even with that, they still gonna do graffiti wherever they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are on drugs. Some not on drugs. Some, the graffiti is just a high for them. The places where they doing it at, where it's going to be showcased at. You know what I'm saying? Who going to see it? You know what I'm saying? The folklore of that. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on in these people's mind. But, however, I know Smac background. And for me, it was just a political question. And I'm not saying that as a homie. Just me knowing things that Smac have done in life. You know what I'm saying? I think it was a political question. Do I think he not care about his community? Of course I think he care about his community. And if he is asking about underage girls, you know what I'm saying? Speaking as far as the underage girls being out there, ain't nothing wrong with that. As a member, as a non-affiliate, or anybody. Like, that's what I be saying about integrity. People be trying to tell you how to stand on integrity. Oh, but you in the street, or you shouldn't have said nothing. Like, man, shut up, man. We not enslaving our self to the laws of man. Like I said, as long as you can sleep at night and as long as your soul light, that's all that matters at the end of the day. But they been cracking down on Figueroa, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is social media. They like to fence with social media, undefeated. So this is what they come with they feet when it comes to certain people. Oh, he working with the cops. Hey, you see he talked to Mayor Karen Bass, and then like a week or 2 weeks later, this happened in his community. Regardless if that man went up there or not, that was going to happen. Regardless if he popped that question or not, that was going to happen. That was inevitable. If you paying attention to the politics and what's going on, you know that Karen Bass, and that's probably why reason Smac asked that question, She been cracking down on Fig and been cracking down on the woman to Fig and the hotels on Fig. So with that being said, man, the internet gonna be the internet, man. You know, y'all gonna have y'all opinion, you know what I'm saying? I'ma conclude it there. It's your boy Young at Hefe. Don't care about number what the check say. Make sure you go ahead, like and subscribe, because it don't cost you nothing to press that button. And if you ring that notification bell, I'ma bring you mail.
Let's stop the narrative that these bloggers is the police and all that shit. Whatever, they might be the police, whatever the case may be. But they only know what you niggas tell them. You hear me? The shit that y'all niggas put on live, the shit that y'all niggas put on Instagram, on posts and videos and interviews, the shit that y'all do on live and on the internet, argue with each other. The interview people don't do nothing but take that and ask y'all questions about it and keep up bullshit. Y'all started though. Y'all started. It starts with y'all. They wouldn't know none of this shit if you niggas didn't post this shit or say this shit on the internet. You hear me? So y'all can't keep saying the bloggers is the reason. You hear me? They probably be the reason that it's keep going on. The wars keep going on, the beefs, the bullshit keep going on. But y'all niggas post this shit first. It starts with y'all. You niggas is the rats.